Hey, Jason here from NRG Way. This is a video for camera stand, camera with the media mod, as well as our Rode mic system. I'm going to show you how to set everything up. So let's get started with the stand. You will need your stand. You're going to need this piece that screws into the top of the stand, and this will ultimately help connect your camera to the stand. So you're just going to take this piece, screw it in top, right on the top here. Make sure it's snug, perfect. Now most stands, they do have this ability to unhinge here, and you can remove the whole top. It makes it a little bit easier to remove and add that piece, but not entirely necessary. So once that's hooked in, we can move on to our camera as well as the media mod. So first things first, we're going to open the side here where the battery goes, as well as the SD, the micro SD goes in there. So once you open it, we're actually going to remove this top. Just kind of moves. Once I have it all the way open, I just kind of twist it off. Comes off fairly easily. If you're fighting it to come off, you're probably doing it wrong and you might break it. So remember, it should come off fairly easy. Set that to the side because we don't need that. From here, we're going to take your micro SD and slide it right into the little slot there. It's going to be, if you're facing into where the battery goes, it'll be off to the right. I have a 128 megabyte SD. Slide that in. Now, I have a fully charged GoPro battery that slides right in, so you'll know if it's going in the wrong way. It doesn't go in all the way. If you put it in correctly, it slides in perfectly. Grabbing the media mod here, opens the exact same way as the side for the battery. I don't know if you can see that, but it's pulling it down and sliding it up. From here, the camera slides into the media mod. There is a plug on the media mod and a hole for the plug on the camera. That lines up perfectly and slides in. Squeeze it in, snap it shut. Now from here, let's connect the media mod. So you should have this little Velcro pouch. You should have a red curly cord, auxiliary cord, and then you have your receiver and transmitter. The transmitter has the little speaker at the top. That's where your microphone is going to plug in, right next to that. But we'll do that next. So let's grab the receiver. There are two buttons on the bottom, DB and then this chain link. So let's connect the red into the receiver. The camera, I'm facing the rear of the camera. I'm looking at the main screen. The Rode receiver has a clip on the back, and that slides right into the side. Now you can also do this at the top, but I find that the receiver gets in the way of the button when I'm trying to record, so I prefer to slide it into the side, like so. Now on the back of the media mod, there are 3 slots or doors that you can open for different plugs. One is a charger, the other is for your microphone, and the top one is, I think it's just another cord to maybe hook up to a computer. So let's take the other end of the red curly auxiliary and plug it into the bottom slot. And this is good to go. From here, the lavalier microphone, which comes separate from the Rode mic system, this is going to plug into the transmitter. So essentially, you could just hook this up right here and talk into it, but it looks kind of silly with this hooked up to your shirt. So this you plug into, and then you hide this on your waistband, and the cord to your microphone can go up through your shirt, hook up to your collar. This will send a wireless signal to the receiver, which hooked up to the media mod, and the media mod is hooked up to the camera, and the camera picks up everything. So now that we have that set up, oh, another thing, with your lavalier mic, you might have one of these little furry puff balls. This is a wind jammer. It's perfect for muffling out any outside noises, such as cars going by, little kids playing in the background, specifically the wind. I know if you don't have this on top of your mic, it just slides right on. This microphone is very sensitive to the wind, and when the wind hits the mic, it kind of muffles you speaking into the mic. So this slides right on top. Again, try to hide this maybe under your collar so you don't have like this puffball sticking out. But this will help muffle that wind and noise that it might be trying to pick up. Okay, now let's hook up the camera. Now that the camera is set up, we're gonna hook it up to the stand. So, on the bottom of the camera, there are two pieces that flip out like that. There's one, and there's the other. This is the back of the stand, so I'm gonna have the front of the camera pointing this way while I can see my screen and adjust like so. So before we do that, let's get this hooked up. So I'm gonna slide those into the slots. You can see it better on the side camera. From here, take the screw and it goes into the side. Make sure those holes line up and screw that in nice and snug. You don't want it too loose because then this will kind of flop around on you. And there you go. Then you can set up your camera according to the sunlight as well as the scenery and in your background. All right, there you go. Like I said, once everything is on, hook this onto your waistband. The cord goes under your shirt and hooks up onto your collar. All right, hopefully this tutorial helps you out. That way you can avoid any issues or problems. Rock and roll.